Hello, viewers. When people hear the word war, they imagine missiles, smoke, and buildings collapsing. But in reality, it's deeper than that. Sometimes a country starts breaking long before bombs fall. Sometimes the first thing that die are not people, but stability, then income, then healthcare, then childhood, then dignity. Today, I want to share a human story through the example of Arab Spring and what happened in Egypt. This is not about politics. This is not about taking sides. This is about something deeper, the real cost of instability. Because when a country shakes, it's not just governments that fall, lives fall. Let me tell you about a man. His name is Hassan. He is not a politician, he is not powerful, he is just a working man. He lives in Cairo, Egypt. He repairs cars in a small workshop. His wife takes care of the home. His daughter goes to school. His son plays football in the streets. Their life is simple, but it has structure. Morning tea, school uniforms, daily earnings, small savings, and one important thing, hope. But history doesn't ask permission before it changes lives. In January 2011, protests began across Egypt. People gathered in Tahrir Square demanding change. Within 18 days, everything shifted. At first, Hassan watches from a distance. Like many people, he thinks maybe things will calm down. But instability does not stay outside, it enters homes silently. Roads become uncertain, shops close early, parents start calling their children again and again. Fear becomes routine. Then comes a moment that changes everything. Violence erupts, clashes happen, people are injured, some lose their lives. One incident becomes famous, known as the Battle of the Camel, where protesters were tagged. And suddenly, this is no longer just politics, this is danger. Now imagine Hassan's daughter asking, Father, should I go to school tomorrow? And Hassan pauses because he does not know the answer. This is the first time real damage of instability happens. It takes normal life and fills it with fear. Then comes the second wave, not bombs, not bullets, economics. Tourism stops, shops slow down, money stops flowing. And when this happens, it does not stay in big numbers, it reaches people like Hassan. Fewer tourists means fewer taxis. Fewer taxis means fewer cars to repair, and suddenly Hassan's workshop is empty. The tools are still there, the walls are still there, but the customers are gone. This is a different kind of pain, standing inside your life when it slowly collapses. Week after week, income drops, expenses stay, and then choices begin: school fees or food, medicine or rent, transport or electricity. This is how politics becomes survival. Then comes inflation. Prices rise, money loses value. Hassan goes to the market and realizes the same money buys less food. His wife comes home with fewer groceries. His son asks for something small, and he says, Not this week, son. And that sentence breaks something inside a father. This is not a bomb, but it just hurts as deep. Then comes healthcare. Hospitals become crowded, medicines become expensive, travel becomes difficult. People delay treatment, ignore symptoms, avoid checkups, and slowly health begins to collapse. A father ignores his illness, a mother skips her meal, a patient misses appointment. There are silent deaths. No headlines, no breaking news, but real damage. Then comes something even deeper: mental stress. Not loud, not visible, but constant. Children feel it even when no one explains it. They see fear, they hear whispers, they feel tension. A son loved football becomes quiet. A daughter who had dreams starts thinking about survival. A mother begins storing food because uncertainty teaches fear. This is how instability works. It does not just affect the country, it rewires the family. And here is the hardest truth. Even when the things are calmed down, damage does not disappear. Years later, the economy still struggles. Trust is still broken. And people like Hassan are still recovering because instability is not a moment, it's a long disease, not explosion, but erosion. And it's not just Egypt, he's everywhere. Any father, any mother, any child living in uncertainty. So when we say war is deadly, we must say the full truth. Yes, bombs kill, But so does economic collapse, fear, broken healthcare, lost education, uncertainty. A destroyed future is also a kind of death. And this is not about blaming anyone, because in the end, power changes hands. But the common man loses everything. The shopkeeper loses customers, the child loses routine, the patient loses care, and the family loses peace. So, next time you hear about conflict, don't just imagine explosions. Imagine this: a father standing in his workshop, not injured, not in a rubble, but surrounded by silence, empty work, raising prices, and a future he can no longer promise. That is also war, and that is why humans always pay the highest price, my friends. You are watching Dr. Raza Health 360 MD. Your better health is my mission. Stay safe and goodbye. My name is Dr. Raza. I'm a practicing family physician in USA for the past 18 years. I'm an American board certified physician and diplomate of American Board of Family Medicine.